So this is an example on Indigo session on the test client. So I already keyed in the demographics of the test client to make it a little bit faster. These are the data. And so we can close this. And then we go to the calibration and calibrate. So this is, we are tuning into the client and remove anything which would hinder the testing and the treatment. For example, Hartmann cross or any other disturbances, chaopathic disturbances. So this will take about 3 minutes. And I will stop the share until it's done. The session lasts about 90 minutes. And some of the programs run 5 to 10 minutes, some a few minutes only. And to make this a little bit shorter, I will not let the programs run, but only show you the initial part of the program so that you have a quick overview. What is this all about? And so hopefully I can do the whole recording, the whole video in about 20 minutes instead of 90 minutes. I already have tested. So my client is here, test client. And so I have also already calibrated him and tested him. So that's about usually about 10 minutes to 15 minutes. So we already saved that on time. And so this is the first test result. So the system checks about 10,000 different items against a norm. And then it brings out the results. And these are not any medical, should not be understood as any medical diagnosis, but it picks up things on an energetical level. I also would like to explain the results. The bar hope is 81. So this number is ideally between 80 to 100. And this is how well the adrenals are functioning, and it's also the willpower. So this is actually in the normal range, but when we go deeper, then actually he has a hypoadrenal. That means his adrenals are getting tired. Amperage is your brain function, your sleep, and it's also influenced by heavy metals. So this is 62, so it's not so good because it's actually weak. 50 to 80 is weak. Resistance is 70. It's a little bit weak. Hydration 81 is good, and oxygen is weak as well. So oxygen is supposed to be also between 80 to 100. And then you see a lot of other numbers. And so these 5 are the most important ones. Resonance frequency is actually between 1,000 and 15,000, which is okay. Here is 4,700. This means excessive nervous energy. Phase angle means how the organs work together, all the different systems. The phase response is a little bit weak. The impedance, that's the energy flow, is in the normal range. Proton and electron has to be in a range between 10 from each other. This is acidity or alkaline. And cellular vitality above 6 is normal. So his is 7, so this is also in the normal range. And so, for example, this panel here shows all the red items. So red item, we are looking mainly at red items and at blue items. And we also have the ability to search for certain items. So if somebody comes in and he has a headache, we will search actually anything related to headache, which then might pop up. This is a test line. So, and the blue items is the chronic issues, things which have been around for a very long time and where the body actually doesn't really signal any alarm anymore. And the red items is where the body is, so to say, crying for help. And then we have here a panel where we can actually sort the things according to different categories. For example, we also have the Young Living essential oils. And so this man, he would need rosemary, RC, and immune power. So on the oils already, it shows a little bit about rosemary is usually about brain function, memory. Immune power is immune system. RC is respiratory. And so sometimes this already gives a very good indication what's going on in the body. And then we can look at vitamins. This again are not complete. It's not like a blood test, but it gives any imbalances in the energetic system. Vitamin B, vitamin C. So shows also a certain part of stress in the body. And we have even emotions, enzymes. But we want to actually honor the body. And so here there's a meridian imbalance. So we just give the body a short drain. Drain means like it's an electrical impulse of a few seconds. And so we're trying to wake up the body with this. Okay, so and this is what we call the risk profile. I will explain a little bit. These are the top items, the red items again. So this is all, so to say, the summary of all the 10,000 items, because we can't possibly go through all the 10,000 items one by one. So the top item is hypoadrenals, then amoeba, bacteria, circulation, and stress. So we are going to focus on the top 5 items. And the more chronic items are radiation. This can be from your mobile phone, it can be from X-rays, or if somebody flies a lot. Trauma, inflammation, cognition, and hydration. So for this session, for now, we are addressing the top items: stress, circulation, bacteria, amoeba, and hyperadrenal. And then we have to do the minerals. When we balance the minerals, it will help the body to receive the treatment we are going to do better. So I'm not going to go into details here. I will do this in the background. So we will use all the high numbers. They are all imbalance and test and drain. And ideally, we want to have it rectified to 85. And then amino acids, we will do exactly the same. So this sometimes takes a while. It may take a few minutes. It may just be very quickly. And we usually do the highest numbers and the lowest number. And here again, we can actually see aroma training is actually essential oils. And so this person would need kawe oil, eucalyptus, again, respiratory, mandarin, tangerine. This is a perverse energy, electromagnetic stress. You can see mobile phone radiation, anything above 100 is high. Then alpha, beta, gamma rays, X-rays, all this is high. So we want to show just ELF. This is quite a lot of radiation here. And then we are going to the virtual doctor test. So now the system is testing and having the hypoadrenal in focus. I can choose any of the items. And if somebody comes in with a specific issue, I would choose that item as the last item to see and to do specifically the treatment. And then we say train all on panels. And then the Indigo always gives a nice affirmation. This affirmation here is I'm free from excess greed. So we can actually put in this affirmation. I copy this, and then we can actually put this into the treatment. And then here is a lot of information, all remedies, which the Indigo has now addressed. And so usually we will go to the connect short code first. Here you have many different panels, and this is very useful for preparing the body, because some people can have a slight detox energetically, sometimes also physically. And so you want to make sure all the organs are properly working, and you want to support them energetically. And as you can see, there's also a panel for animals, avian, equine, feline, canine, miscellaneous animals. You can actually even choose the animals. Okay, so here we usually go and do all the major organs, and including the sinuses. This can be really, really effective. Just clear the sinuses. And ideally, you want to repair it until here it's 85%. Lymphatic for child, or if you have lymphatic for adults, liver, pancreas, lungs, stomach, spleen, kidney, large intestine, face. You can do complete facial treatments here to look really 10 years younger. Knee, small intestine, then the female organs, or if it's a male, the male organs, endocrine. You can also go unconscious search, and then the system will actually search what you need. And here's like autonomous nerves in the head, in the neck. Yeah, there's lots of different programs. Then we have a nutrition programs, which I will not do today, but you can actually see here all the vitamin families, the enzymes, and you can actually balance them energetically. And also we have enzyme stimulation, hormone stimulation programs energetically. And this is homotoxology. You can see where the client is on the excretion phase. There's like 6 phases. They're very toxic, or if the toxin is not so high. And also you can test individually organs. Connection to spine. So we are going to test and train now the spine. Since the hypoadrenal has come up as the #1 item, we want to make sure that the energy flow in the spine is properly flowing. And you can see that this is highlighted in red. So this would be actually one of the problem areas already showing up from the initial test. And so now we are testing and treating at the same time the spine. So this program usually we do 3-4 times, and sometimes it shows up that even chiropractic adjustment needs to be done because there's long-term effects. But usually when you balance it energetically and then you go after that to the chiropractic, it will be easier to adjust because you're already energetically cleared. and prepared the body. Okay, so you see here temporary nerve compressed, not corrected, and so we would actually do this again. Here, this is an NLP panel, and there's like relaxation products, programs, stimulate insight, stimulate emotional growth, stimulate creativity. All these are really nice fancy names for some really nice relaxation programs. And we also always have the choice of searching subconscious search. That means the system will tune into the body and decide what it would like to run. And we have an acupuncture program as well. So here's the meridian program, which I will just shortly run so that you can see it. So again, somebody has low resistance, it's good to run this program. And this works actually just as you go and take a needle, but it's actually painless because it uses electrostimulation. So when you see hyperreactance. These are food sensitivity or any sensitivity against any materials. Acupoint, here you can actually choose a specific acupoint if you know that, or you can actually go here. So now you see that the blue ones are balanced and the red ones are too yang and the yellow ones are too yin. So circulation meridian is too yang, hormonal triple warmer is too yin, skin meridian is too yin. And so you would actually click on those, or you would just run it one more time and that would be under retest. Or you can actually choose a specific point. You can conscious from test. You can here key in all the points, or you can just let the system choose it and then start a specific training. This is very good if you have the specific points, either from the system, if you're not a trained acupuncturist, or if you're a trained acupuncturist, you can actually use this as well. So auto trivector balances, and it's a little bit like recharging your batteries. And so this is an electronic program, and we are going to run that now since it is a suggested program. And so if you're linked in with the harness, you will get the frequency through the harness. And if it's a virtual session like today, you will receive it via the subspace. Improvement is excellent. Yes, so the idea is that these numbers are as close as possible together. So this is another very good program for first session. You can actually test the heart rhythm energetically, and then we're not going to do that, but we are going to balance the nervous system because almost everybody I'm seeing is stressed. And so we start first with the chest, and then we do a vagus nerve stabilization, sympathetic stabilization, and parasympathetic stabilization. So this is very relaxing. Many clients will fall asleep. And so what we are trying to achieve with all those programs is to relax the body, but also to teach the body to respond correctly again. Because when we are very stressed or when there's sicknesses, pain, the body kind of loses its ability to heal itself. And so by removing any disturbances, the body is then able to get back into balance again. And then we always start with the vagus nerve stabilization first. And again, here for every program we run, we will have a rectification. And the idea is to have anything at 85%. But we also cannot overstimulate the body. And so we need to respect it. And yes, if it's not after 3 clicks, they're not at 85, then we have to do another session. And also the aim is to have more than one session because the body needs to be retrained again. And so it's usually not done one time. It's the same when you go to the doctor, you also, or when you have a headache, yes, maybe sometimes it's done with one Panadol, but if you have something more severe, maybe you also have to go for a number of treatments. So this is only 31%, so we run it again. 65, so we would run it one more time. Especially because it's showing up hypoadrenous, we want to address the nervous system. So to get the person out of the fight and flight. So it's 101, and I'm not running. I would now run this program and this program, but I will cut the video so that you don't have to see our. And so here's another program where we can actually run the brainwave patterns of a person. And so we can just do this as a start. Again, this is not a diagnosis. And we can even support somebody to study better, like if a student comes in and has focus difficulties in focusing, this program can actually help. And there's a few other programs as well. We will exit. Have a few more programs. Actually, there's lots of more programs, but since if you go back to the risk profile, so one of the highest items was hypoadrenous, but then also amoeba, bacteria, and circulation. And so I would like to address, yes, we call it SEPs. And so there's amoeba SEP, there's a bacteria SEP, fungus SEP, or we can just, if you don't have so much time, we can just do a general all top pathogens, 3 minutes. And this addresses all the different pathogens, and this works with homeopathy. So that was the SEP. And yeah, this would be actually most likely enough for a first session. So now we would close out, check current rectification, correct all till maximum. And then this would be the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth session. Thank you for watching.